Alright, hello, and welcome to episode 76 of Salt Play Sunless Sea. I did check out between episodes, and the Scion is persistent. So I can do things with my, stuff. Let's start by carousing. Matter of luck, pretty good odds. A good night out, sea shanties, good companionship, and the warmth of a pub fire. Alright. And with that, I forgot that would cost money. I'm glad that it didn't take me too down. I will head out. Today, we are going to the Salt Lions. I'm hoping that I will be fast enough that, it won't be total torture to go back and forth from the Salt Lions. I hope that I can do this multiple times in one episode, but we're really slow, so maybe this episode will be really boring. Apologies ahead of time if it is. Again, it interferes with my whole, I don't want to edit thing, which is, I don't think I ever actually said this out loud. I feel like thinking about whether what I'm doing is fun to watch is decreasing how much fun I'm having with playing GB Rober. So I am going to stop making the GB Rober series. I'm gonna keep playing it, but thinking about whether what I've done is interesting enough, or any of that sort of stuff is making it stop being fun. So that's that for the Rober series. Just figured I should actually say that out loud. We got 2 fuel. Okay, fair enough. Mutton Island. Fires on the hillside. Let's explore the shore. No, I'm gonna visit the hilltop above town. There's not much wind on the Untersee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. 100% chance of success. The voice of the wind. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little whitewashed village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. Excuse me. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. There's somebody outside my door. Okay. The scream subsides, giving way to a susurrus that surrounds you suddenly with the illusion of whispering voices. You could swear you hear words in the depths under 7 poles. Nowhere, 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 nowhere. It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least, that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly. We'll chat to the fishermen. Yes, we'll chat to the fishermen. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, Connate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. Okay. It's gonna be really funny if I misremembered how much a shipment at the Salt Lions costs. That would be a little bit miserable, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, be quiet. Mm. Come on. There we go. Alright. You've defeated an Alkeus-class vessel. Crippled, broken, already feeding the Z's endless hunger. Little remains of the ship but scraps of sinking cargo and a few buoyant parts of its splintered carcass. Investigate the wreckage. You will have to be quick to salvage anything. You steer close, shining the lamp on the debris. Captain, quick, over there, port side. The pirate poet, the legendary clay woman Corsair. She clings tight to the last few scraps of floating debris, defeated but defiant. Rescue the pirate poet. Throw her a rope. Claim a bounty. The price of freedom. It takes 3 crewmen to pull the pirate poet from the Z's clutches, while others mutter about bringing an unfinished woman aboard ship. She just smirks. She carries little on her but the verses of poetry tattooed over every visible inch, and an old sword almost as chipped as she is. Fortunately, her salvaged possessions also include the jangling money purse on her belt, fat and ready to pay the traditional freedom price of her current bounty. As much as the crew could subdue her, all are relieved when she is aboard a lifeboat, rowing away through the darkness towards Gator's Morn. All right. That lets me grab a few more shipments too, which will be nice. Oh, so slow. Salt Lions. There's a vast sorrow in their empty eyes. 2 basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Picking. There's a supply dock below. We will start by visiting the Unmakers. Muscular pick-wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach. Passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Fungal tisane and tea cakes. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4? I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? Compile a port report, time, basalt, disillusion. Record the activities of the Unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. And, okay, yes. So I can do this 3 times. Carry Sphinx Stone to London. The Unmakers are here to reduce the salt lines to rubble, 1 block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying the rubble back to London. If the stones weep, an Unmaker advises you, ignore them. Unless they flood your hold, of course, then you should probably drop them overboard. Don't tell anyone I said that. And we'll do that 2 more times. Okay. Now, off we go. It will swing by Demo Island on the way home. It's getting cold, and that means my joints crack and creak a lot. Phosgene Bleaks. That's just really fun to say. If you've never said the Phosgene Bleaks out loud before, I suggest you try it right now. Alright. Demo Island, a fervid forest of fungus. I already read this guy's stuff, or this place's stuff before, so I'm just gonna go with Tea with the Factor to get that supplies and a port report. And that's that. That's just straight on home. As fast as my little butt will take me. Which is not very fast. Okay, so we're like 13 minutes into this episode, so as long as I'm like quick in London, I will definitely have time to do a second run. Did I remember to get any recent news? Yes, I did. Okay. I don't remember exactly what it is that sharing recent news with the Lightship does, but I'm gonna see. Lost 5 Terror and Gaian Disease story. Okay. That's worth it. Look at that. Here we go. Okay. Let's start in London. Let's start with submitting port reports just really quick. Okay, now let's start in London. Deliver Sphinx Stone. Special constables, black uniforms, distinctive caps, the badge of the Ministry of Public Decency, wait with a cart. Sign, sign, sign. Here's a receipt. Here's a discretion contract. Here's a penalty contract. Your vision is blurred by the end of it all. The cart rumbles off into the coiling fog. Here's your reward. 1,500 echo. And let's visit the university. Talk to the alarming scholar. I'll give you both my Z stories for now. Sure. None of these things. Okay. And with that, let's get me, I'm thinking 15 supplies should be sufficient. And I need like, what is it, 1,000 echo, 4,000 echo for the, okay, so I could get a faster one, but then I wouldn't be able to pick up as many shipments, so I'm going to save up for at least the 2,000 echo one, maybe the 4,000 echo one. Quickly. I'm not going to... I will stop by Mutton Island and Demo's Gate and stuff. It's like, do I make it a little longer? It's like such a minor advantage. I don't know. We'll see how long this one takes. I left it like 16 and a half minutes in. I'll just go straight and we'll see what we get. Yeah, I'll leave it. Wait, are you like a... I'm leaving it. I'm not being distracted. I'm just going to the Salt Lions and back. Alright. Visit the unmakers. Compile a port report. And let's see, I have 80, so I could get 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. I have enough time to fight the pirate poet if she's still around. She is, okay. No, I didn't expect that to work. Come on. There we go. Alright. Rescue the pirate poet. Ooh, a cask of mushroom wine. And back to London. I am going to run by Mutton Island. Is this Mutton Island? No. Okay. Mutton Island is north. That was just so quick. All right. Well, a midnight ceremony? A warm night on Mutton Island. A balmy wind blows from the east, rich with promise. There are torches bobbing up the hill. Whatever's happening, it's for locals only, but you could follow them. You don't know the cliff paths like the locals do, and you have to climb more than walk. Your skin is sheened with sweat by the time you reach the top. They've started without you. How rude. An elderly fellow wears a feathered headdress and not much else. He seems to be leading the ceremony. One assistant holds an ear of corn. Where did he find that down here? Another a stone jug, another a clay tablet. The elderly priest addresses them all to his congregation. You catch snatches of it. The drowned man is not a god. The villagers hiss a reply. He came from the north, and to the north he will return. Another reply. The north is too cold for gods. Too cold for gods, they intone delightedly. Finally, they nod in agreement. The circle turns as one to grab one of their number, a man or woman with a lamp. They carry him, or possibly her, to the precipice and hurl the flailing body over the edge, down into the oily black waves far below. The business done, the locals remove their robes and wander amiably back to town. They all seem quite jolly. Apparently the night's business went well. They retreat to the Cock and Magpie for a pint. Fascinating. We'll chat to the fisherman. And that will be it. Butcher it for supplies. Dissect for knowledge. I got a secret out of that. Nice. Alright, back in London. The Revenue Men. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today, they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. I don't have any controlled goods, so let them do their worst. You have nothing to hide. Vexed and frustrated, they roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last, they leave. Collect messages from the harbor master. Alright. Let's start with the dark spectacled admiral. To submit some port reports. And then let's go into London to deliver the Sphinx Stone. Okay, next up, let's go carousing. There's no danger here. Try to enjoy yourself. A marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. And something more. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with... I'm gonna go with someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Your only love is the Z. You'll take comfort where you find it, but that's all it is. Relaxing evening. Together, you exercise the chill of the Neath. When you wake, you're alone, but that's how you've always preferred it. New recruit. Brisk campaigner or hunted doctor? Let's try the brisk campaigner. Hoy, you! You need a real physician, none of your surgeons. Welcome aboard. Don't you have anywhere cleaner? Well, if I must do it myself, where can I find a mop? Oh yes, you're the one who needs Muttersalt to do stuff. Okay. What are my stats like? You'll increase veils. Well, I need veils more than I need hearts. So, okay. Take a rest. What's the one that gives me? Never mind. Oh, a visit to Cleathermont's tattoo parlor. You're a real Zaylor now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Cleathermont's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? I really want the pages one, because having pages is hard to come by. So I'm going to wait until I can get a move in the great game. So not right now. And with that, thank you very much for watching this, the 76th episode of Salt Plays Sunless Sea. I will see you later. Goodbye.